Hello, everybody. Welcome to another early morning storage closet session. My name is Kiki, and if you would be so kind, I would like to take you on a little journey. I would like you to follow me on a little journey, okay? I want you to close your eyes and imagine that it is 2012 and your music taste typically steers towards alternative rock, hard metal, new metal. That's your typical music taste, and you're browsing through youtube.com listening to music, and on the sidebar you get recommended a video. Okay, you see this video, and it's this image of a white guy with short blonde hair and blue eyes, and he's wearing a wife beater, and he's hanging out the window of a tall building, and it looks like he's screaming. And you go to yourself, you know what? I'm gonna click on that video, and it's a song called "The Way I Am" by Eminem, and you like it, and you go, you know what? I want to hear more from this Eminem guy. So you go through the Slim Shady LP, you go through the Marshall Mathers LP. You're a fan now. You don't typically listen to rap, but now you're a fan of Eminem, Marshall Bruce Mathers III. You're a fan now. And now that you're a fan of Eminem, you have two choices. You look on the sidebar and you see two options. You see a dark skinned black guy with white eyes that just look like pupils. And you also see below that one, you see a very, laid back looking black guy. And you don't know which one to click on. But you click on the guy that has the weird looking eyeballs because he's more akin to the stuff that you're used to listening to. And you just listened to Hobson. You just listened to Hobson. And you know what? You just fucked up because now it's 2025 and you're listening to Tom McDonald. You see how fickle the algorithm is and how easily tricked we can be. And now you don't typically like hip hop, but you like this guy. Now let's retry. Let's do this again, okay? Let's do this again. Let's say you're in the same situation. You know, you're typically a fan of alternative rock and metal, okay? You follow a bunch of different metal channels, and you know they review music, they break down music and stuff like that. And one day, one of the channels that you follow posts a video called "Reacting to GNX" by Kendrick Lamar for the first time. And you go, this metal channel I follow is listening to rap music? Well, I don't typically listen to that, but I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And you like some of the songs. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. You know, let me go through this Kendrick Lamar guy's discography. Oh, you know what? I actually kind of like a lot of these songs. And now you look on the sidebar and you get maybe Dr. Dre, you get recommended Schoolboy Q, maybe some Absol, and maybe some whoever else Kendrick be collaborating with. Maybe you get recommended some SZA, okay? And now you are on your journey to being a rap fan. Isn't that dope? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that much better? And that is why I'm pretty sure today's video is going to be titled something like Eminem is the new Kendrick Lamar, or Kendrick Lamar is the new Eminem. And what I mean by that is that Kendrick has become what I believe is the new gateway to hip hop. Now, I do believe that Kendrick Lamar is a much better gateway to hip hop than Eminem because you know I like Eminem. I think he down with the culture. You know, I feel like he really with the people. Okay, I feel like he with it. It's just that the people that he inspired, you know, is very different than the people that he's inspired by. So the algorithm can really fuck with you. You know, you click on the wrong thing, You don't know what kind of person you're gonna turn out as. So I do believe that Kendrick Lamar is a much more preferable gateway into hip hop. I do believe that. But there is a secondary issue that goes for both Eminem and Kendrick. No matter what the gateway is, there's still this secondary issue, and that is the issue of the vultures. How many videos have you seen of Swifty reacts to Kendrick Lamar? Swifty reacts to "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." Metalhead reacts to Pimp Butterfly. Punk reacts to. Drummer reacts to. Person that does not like hip hop reacts to. Now, I feel like this can be seen from two different angles. It can be seen from the angle of this is a person that genuinely just likes music. They have a preferred genre, but they're open to diving into other genres. I can see that. But I feel like the vast majority of these people are people that are just now recognizing how popular rap is and are like, you know what? I didn't know that you can make this much money off of responding to rap music? Huh. I think I'm gonna start doing that. And that's how you get people like I'm not gonna say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. That's how you get people like. With that being said, it's something in my spirit that just don't it's something that don't sit right in my spirit when I see something like Swifty reacts to, etc. or Metal Fan reacts to. It's something that don't sit right in my spirit. But there is a very similar thing that happened with Eminem when it was people that were typically reacting to just like general rap music, hip hop, whatever. And then they realized that reacting to Eminem would bring in a bunch of white viewers. I'm not going to say his name. People that thought that, reacting to people like Adam Calhoun and Tom McDonald would bring them more white viewers and more money. I'm not going to say his name. You know I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say what his name is, but I hope you know who I'm talking about, okay? I'm not going to say who I'm talking about. But that is just like the general grift that I see that don't sit well with my spirit. And I feel like we all need to be real careful about type people we click on, okay? As lovers of hip hop. This is a message to y'all, okay? All of us need to listen to this and be real cognizant of this. We really need to be careful about which of these people we give attention to. Because then once again, you end up with people like, you know who I'm talking about. Fill in that space, okay? If you don't know who I'm talking about, don't worry about it. You don't need to know. With that being said, I promise I did not know Luther was going to drop today. I watched it in the grocery store parking lot. The video was cool. I want to know who that lady was because she was cute. This was gonna be a short one, I think, because this is just sort of like a passing thought that I had after I had seen this video. No. It was a past thought I had after somebody had mentioned in the chat the other night. We were listening to DMX, and they were talking about this. And something real. I'm not gonna say the person's name. Okay, I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want them to be bullied. I don't know what they about, but somebody had brought up that there's like a person whose whole channel is kind of like Swifty reacting to black music, and it's something about that don't sit well with my spirit. So I want this to be almost like a PSA. Okay, let's be real careful about who we as a community big up. Okay? Thank you for watching this very short storage closet session. My name has been Kiki, and it's always going to be Kiki. It was Kiki yesterday too. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And you, once again, you're very cute. I hope you feel good about yourself. You are a cute person. You are.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy.